when it comes to mess kits, the earlier versions of the USGI mess kit, like this one here, which is actually like a 1965, I believe, and this is a World War II era mess kit, or a canteen cup. These would have been close enough to the same to be used in the same era. A lot of people think these are supposed to be standalone cooking kits, like you're supposed to cook on a fire or use the trash thing tabs or whatever. That's what they think these are for. I'll show you what they're for in a second. This is a Yugoslavian/Serbian mess kit. This is my personal favorite. You can tell this one has been used quite a bit because it used to be green. It used to be this green here all the way around. I've used this a lot, so much so that that black stuff there is permanently charred on. Can't even remove it with steel wool. I have a German mess kit. Don't know when it was made. Could have been 1975. It does not have the internal little pan, but that doesn't matter too much to me, although I wish I had it, and I'll show you why in a minute. There's a more modern style of mess kit. It's a Zebra Billy Pot. I'll show you this in a second as well. And then finally, my personal use canteen cup, canteen stove, and lid. This can be used as a standalone cook kit. Give me a second. I will be right back, and I will show you guys personally what I said I would show you is how this is supposed to be used. And a little bit more on mess kit theory in this video as well. Alright, so many people think that the USGI mess kit is supposed to be a standalone cook kit. I think this is like a frying pan and this is a small plate or something along the lines. And frankly, yeah, it can be used as that, but if you've ever tried to, you know that it absolutely sucks for that. Although it can be used as such. This is all you have, you can make it work. And this will cook enough for you and maybe even 2 people. But it's not supposed to be a cooking kit. This handle is supposed to hold the plate or the divided top lid / plate. And you're supposed to walk through a field chow line like this with it in one hand and your canteen cup and silverware in the other. You hold it like this and you walk through and you stick it out, and somebody will put the main dish there and then 2 side dishes, or if you've only got the one, you can just put it in there. You're supposed to walk through and do that, get you 3 dishes. And when you're done, you walk through, you scrub this, clean it off, and you dip it in a Clorox water solution. You can see this in pictures of World War II field kitchens, field messes. Especially, I've seen a picture of it on Iwo Jima. The canteen cup it can be used for cooking, but it's just that, it's a cup. You get your coffee or your tea or whatever particular mix you have, and you hold it, the handle, with silverware like this. Now, this is Serbian silverware. I don't have the U.S. one, but you get the picture. You hold the handle like this. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. So you would hold it like this when you're going through the chow line in one hand. And then you would hold this mess kit in the other, the USGI mess kit. And then you would just have your canteen in your pouch. These are World War II. This is a 1945. Canteen is also from 1945. Pouch is the USMC pouch from 1952. So these are all Korea World War II era stuff in these two. And I believe this is 1965. I believe so. And again, this is Serbian stuff. So that's how this kit is supposed to be used. Now, can it be used as standalone cooking sets? Yes, it can. To say otherwise would be discarding the literal millions of people who have done it. Is it made for it? No. But you improvise, adapt, and overcome. Personally, I don't like using this. I don't think I've actually ever used this more than once or twice. Can be good if you need a small, pseudo lightweight, flat frying pan. That's a very, very narrow field of options. It doesn't hold a lot. It doesn't cook very well. The handle doesn't lock, so it's, you know, it's pretty much just the U.S. mess kit. You hold it, you walk through the line. That's what it's supposed to do. Now, moving on a little bit, I'm going to move on to the German mess kit, and I will show you a difference between a mess kit that's designed to be walked through a chow line and a mess kit that is designed to be used as a cooking surface. Now you've got this. This could be used as a frying pan, but this is pretty much a cup or a bowl, right? That's why you hold it. The main difference between a cooking mess kit and a chow line mess kit is that cooking mess kits will have a bail so you can actually hang it over a fire, so you can cook on it. You can also set it on a fire and set the handle at this little notch here so that you can just pick it up. These mess kits have been around for quite a while. This is in 1975, but there are versions of this going back to World War II and earlier. This is the difference between a chow line mess kit and what is called like a field mess kit, or something that you can cook with in the field. Personally, I like these styles better. Now, there is supposed to be a little dish that sits right inside the lid here, but I don't have it. The Billy Pot is a more modern version of a field cooking set. It has a dedicated lid, right? And inside it's got this little tiny dish. You can use that as a bowl. And then you've got your main pot, which I think holds 2 liters. And guess what? It's got a bail handle, so you can hang this over a fire. You can also set the pot directly on the fire. But if you are cooking a stew, or if you're cooking something that's going to take a while and you want more temperature control, hang it over a fire so you can adjust the height. Closer to the fire for more heat, further away for less heat. That is the main idea of a field cooking set. So when it comes to stuff like survival, or if you want to get into it like a partisan or evader type stuff, make sure your mess kits have a bail, or you need to plan accordingly to be able to operate it without a bail hanger or a way to hang it over a fire. Now, something you can do, you can modify a standard canteen cup with some wire. Just carry around some small gauge stainless steel wire, wrap it around the lid, and you should be able to hang it. It's precarious, but you can do it. Now, when you're making plans, otherwise, you can use something like this. This is my personal canteen cup and stove set. As you can see, it is used. Not very much, but it is used. Now, you can put Esbit cubes under here. Oh, and Esbit cubes, by the way, with the Esbit stove, fit inside the German mess kit, and you can set it on there. Works perfectly. But you can put Esbit cubes or trioxane or pretty much whatever you want in the stove, and then you can use that to heat your canteen cup. Now, it'll heat faster with a lid. This is a more modern version of like a small, lightweight, on-the-go cooking set. I use this a lot for coffee. My sister-in-law wonders why I use such weird cups. I was using a 1965 Daily canteen cup. I just like it. But when it comes to field cooking, personally, I found it's not much more for smaller sort of meals, I guess. Think like a pack of ramen and a pack of tuna. Something that's easy to cook, easy to eat, and doesn't take a lot of fuel. This is a more modern version of this. Other versions would literally just be a Nalgene bottle and one of those 12-ounce stainless steel cups, which work amazingly well. Lastly, over here, bring the silverware over. This is a... Sorry, I'm going to move some of this stuff real quick. This is a Serbian mess kit. Serbian/Yugoslavian mess kit. Genocide not included. It's literally square, which is different from most others, which are kidney-shaped or round or whatever. But it is square. Handle locks onto the bowl. Handles on the pot to the bowl. And you can tell I have used this extensively for cooking. I spent a summer cooking on this one time. Full set is, it's got the pot. You've got a canteen and a small little 8-ounce cup. Sits inside the pot. And then this lid goes on top. Now, what I do personally is I store it with the canteen and the canteen cup in the pot. But I'll be honest, I haven't really had a use. Come on, get out of there. 1 second. Sorry about that. I haven't really had a use for the canteen and the canteen cup because they're both plastic. I can't really heat or cook in them. As a matter of fact, the wording actually means don't put it on a fire. So, you know. The bowl itself that locks into the main mess kit pot is also plastic, and I don't like that. There are very few versions with a metal bowl. Hard to find. I have another one of these mess kits. I was thinking about modifying one to the pot to fit, make the bowl. But it's not what I'm doing. This can be used very excellently as a field cooking kitchen set. But it is not made for that. This is made pretty much exactly for the same reason as the USGI mess kit. You walk through, you put it in there, you put the food in there, carry your canteen and your cup over there, and that's how you do that. Now, you can put the metal pot on the fire if you want to cook or heat stuff up, but it's not designed for that. This is a all-in-one sort of field mess kit for a mess kitchen. So that's the main difference between the various types of mess kits and field kitchens. When it comes down to it, I highly suggest getting something with a bail handle and maybe supplementing that with a canteen and a canteen cup and a stove. Otherwise, you need to plan accordingly. But that's the main difference between the mess kits and the purposes for which they were designed. Thanks for watching. One more quick note on field stoves of the fire type. This is a Luxottica firebox. You can get these on Amazon. There are several different companies that make them, including Varustelika or Fire Ant, or pretty much any company that is outdoor fire related. This will make a pretty decent sized fire. You can use this to heat a small shelter, provided you don't have a flammable shelter. Same with the canteen cup stove. They're both small. This one can actually hold quite a bit of fire, though, enough to cook on a full-size mess kit fairly easily. Do you need something with a bail handle if you're going to be using that? No. No, because you can use just a regular mess. I didn't tell you you could move. You can use just a regular field mess kit on that. But again, this goes back to what I said. If you're going to be using something that's not designed for cooking, make sure you plan accordingly and pretty much make it designed for your cooking needs. That's all I got.